welcome to the Gastric Health Show. My name is Dawn Boxell, and I am excited to share some new podcasts and do some different training on different topics for you guys to enjoy. So just a few things that you might want to think about and consider. None of this should be considered as medical advice. You should always check with a healthcare practitioner before implementing new strategies in your health. So hopefully these ideas and evidence-based research that I share will provide some good conversations with your health practitioners and give you some strategies to improve your health and healing along your weight loss surgery journey. So today we're going to talk about protection after weight loss surgery. So this is something that is not thought about, but should be. And it's something that if you really leave it out, you're setting yourself up for a potential for a lot of problems. So to me, when it comes to something like protection, it is a no-brainer. And this is something that everyone, no matter which surgery you've had, should be thinking about this. So what do I mean by protection? So protection is really just your body being able to function like it's intended to. It actually has the ability to protect itself and support all of those functions, defend itself in attacks from different viruses and bacterias, and heal itself. So our body does have that ability. But until there's something that changes that, because sometimes your body can actually attack itself, and that comes in autoimmune diseases. So you have to intercede with things to help it protect itself from the harm that it's actually doing to itself. So that's where after weight loss surgery, you are altering digestion and you are altering the way your body protects itself. Many people don't realize that before you even have weight loss surgery, how your body kind of kills off things that it's exposed to is through stomach acid. So every day, all of us are walking around with all kinds of infections that we are exposed to. And our body has that ability to kill things off. And stomach acid is one piece of it. Of course, our microbiome and our gut bacteria and immunity and all that plays a role in it as well. But stomach acid is kind of your first line defense, where it really starts destroying things that you don't want to survive. So these could be things like think about those bacterial infections that really no one wants a part of. C. diff, pneumonia, H. pylori, SIBO, all those are pretty big gut infections that really, in other infections with the pneumonia, those are all really big things that no one wants a part of. And our stomach acid has the ability to kill those off. So before weight loss surgery, you have stomach acid, you have adequate amounts of stomach acid to kill off those bacteria. If you're on PPIs, those proton pump inhibitors, I would say that may be diminished some because it shuts off that acid or turns it down. And then after weight loss surgery, that's the area that we know that your stomach acid is lower. So all of those areas that kind of balance out your acid and keep it from being too high and too low. Everything's been changed. So you are not protected like you used to be. So what do you do after, weight loss surgery? You've had, any type of bariatric surgery, whether it be a sleeve gastrectomy, a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, a long limb Roux, a duodenal switch, any of those where you're really changing how you digest food. I wouldn't really call the band. You're not really changing that. You don't change the way you digest food with the band, so that would not be included in it. But when you do change the way you digest food, then you're at risk. You have an increased risk for not being capable of protecting yourself with your stomach acid kind of killing things off. So what can you do if you've had weight loss surgery recently, or you're getting ready to have it, or you're 20 years out? It really doesn't matter where you fall in this. There are 4 things I want you to think about that you can consider. 1, try to avoid unnecessary antibiotic use because you're killing off gut bacteria, good healthy gut bacteria included in the bacteria infection that the antibiotic is used for. You're also killing off the good bacteria. So you're losing your immunity. You're losing your defenders. So I say unnecessary. I'm not saying none. Sometimes we need antibiotics, and they are fabulous when we need them. So don't misunderstand me in that aspect. So I'm not against. I'm just against unnecessary. So you go in, I have a cold. They give you an antibiotic. And I would say most doctors are not like that anymore, but there still are some. And I think it's a choice when maybe, the office is busy and, the doctor doesn't maybe have time to really think through, okay, what else can I do besides offer an antibiotic? Or maybe the patient or you or family member, whoever you're taking into the doctor, they're just miserable. So the doctor is, trying to be compassionate and offer you something. So try to write it out and don't need an antibiotic is kind of the key. The second option to think about is really, really consume a diet high in fruit and vegetable fibers. So those vegetable fibers produce this fabulous short-chain fatty acid called butyrate. And butyrate is our friend, and this is what really helps us protect our gut and really helps grow your bacterial army. So this is what can really improve your odds of fighting infections and really help just have a natural ability to fight off things. So really focusing in on vegetable fibers, so making sure you're eating vegetables at all of your meals, and making sure you're having fruit every day. Definitely more vegetables than fruit, but you're trying to get the whole plant in, where you are getting the peels and all the fibers, and it's not a refined one. So it's not like a canned fruit. You're actually eating, a whole apple, or you're eating a whole pear, or a peach, or you're doing a pineapple. So instead of buying it in a can, then you're doing it in its fresh or frozen form so that you get all those fibers, and preferably the peels. So that's where I would definitely challenge you if you're not good at those. Make changes. Make smoothies if you need to, protein smoothies to get in those vegetable fibers and those fruit fibers. Put them in a blender and blend it up with your protein shake, and You're going to get all of those fibers that your body can utilize and help fight off those, bacterial infections that you don't want. So really, those fibers really can be an important determinant in shaping the composition, the diversity, and richness of your gut bacteria, which alters your immune system. It also does so many other things and plays a role in vitamin absorption, plays a role in weight loss, plays a role in fullness. Butyrate is this short chain fatty acid is really just an important piece that we all need. The third thing you can consider is taking a probiotic with a prebiotic on a daily basis. And this is to help boost that beneficial bacteria. You really want a probiotic that has a prebiotic included, and then you want to enhance the effects of a probiotic, you really want to consume vegetable fibers because those are your prebiotics. So you want to eat those prebiotic fibers. So think about vegetables so that you get those in as well. And this will build up your army of good bacteria and help fight off infections and help boost your immune system and put the odds in your favor that your body can do its job. So making sure you find a really good quality probiotic. If you've never checked out our Gastric Health line of supplements, we'd love for you to check it out. We have our Ultimate Gut Restore probiotics and our WLS formulated probiotics, and they are a great addition to your daily vitamin regimen to get in all the probiotic and prebiotics that you need at 25 billion CFUs and then 50 billion CFUs in the Ultimate Gut Restore. So those are great ways to help fight off those infections that you don't want. And then the last one is taking digestive enzymes. And because this will help with lowering the stomach acid so that you can have that lower pH so that you can fight off those infections. So if weight loss surgery really decreases the stomach acid, then rising that stomach acid will help you fight it off right out of the gate. So right where it's supposed to, where it's going to do some work for you. So adding a digestive enzyme is an easy thing that you can do at meal times. You don't just take one a day, you take it when you eat. Digestive enzymes are intended to really support you when you are digesting food, not just taking one, first thing in the morning or taking one at bedtime. That's not the purpose of it. Digestive enzymes are specifically think of them as capsules that have 5 different organs represented. So you have ingredients in at least our WLS formulated digestive enzymes. We formulate it to represent 5 different organs that are responsible for digesting food, and that is your gallbladder, your liver, your stomach, and your small intestines, and your pancreas. All of those organs play a role in you digesting food. So you have to have the right amount of stomach acid to turn on things. So that stomach acid is what, then turns on or signals the pepsin to be released so that you can break down proteins. And then that's what signals your pancreas to secrete all the enzymes to digest proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So that whole stomach acid piece, when it's not low enough, or when the number's not low enough, the pH isn't low enough, and the stomach acid isn't high enough. So I know that's confusing. So you want the pH number to be low in the 2s, which is normal acidity. When you have a low stomach acid, that means the pH number is high, like 5 or 7. So you want it to be in your stomach to be in the 2s, which means you would have a normal stomach acid. So, and then when you have a low stomach acid, then that pH is a higher number. So I know that gets confusing, but the digestive enzymes, we make sure it has some of the betaine HCl or the acid included in the capsule. And then that helps, again, you're putting the odds in your favor to signal those other organs, hey, it's time to do your job. So there you're going to, make that pH lower, because we're adding acid, so you're going to make that pH lower and help your body kind of fight it naturally. So those are really kind of the 4 things. I would probably throw in a 5th thing of some fermented foods, because that would really boost your body's ability and your immune system and just all those beneficial, healthy bacteria that are naturally in fermented foods. So if you're not into kimchi and fermented sauerkrauts, not the ones on the shelves in the middle aisles, these are in health food stores. You're not going to buy this by the meat counter where they have a bag of sauerkraut. This is in a jar or a container, or I've bought them in bags. I've bought them in small containers and glass jars and all kinds of delivery formulas of sauerkrauts. But those are all great ways to get beneficial bacteria that, is really supporting your body to do its job. So I hope that has helped and really giving you some ideas of how to protect yourself during the holidays as well as beyond, so that you actually get some benefit from taking care of yourself and thinking of the things that could come down your path with the flu season, and of course with COVID. You could put the odds in your favor with really just protecting, understanding how to protect yourself with just simple things and just really supporting your body naturally in how it functions. So don't be afraid to try a new probiotic, some digestive enzymes if you've never had them, some fermented foods, and then of course my favorite and most important piece of all of this is the vegetable and fruit fibers. So really make sure that those are top of your list at every meal.